Mock IELTS. Here's how you can do it at home. I suggest you use a computer when doing mock IELTS because if you're going to use your phone, it's going to be very difficult. First step is to go to this website. It's ielts.idp.com/prepare. Exactly this website. Right off the bat, you'll see different IELTS practice tests. We have general and academic tests, and we also have the standard exam and UKVI. You have to find out first what type of IELTS does your goal country need. If you already know what your test type will be, like is it academic or general training, usually academic is for like international students, tapos general training are like for skilled workers. So as a caregiver, this is the type of exam I'm going to take, general training. UKVI are for like sa London ba, UK, like that. So for me, general training, I'm going to select this. You'll see that the practice tests here have changed. So it now changed to general training instead of the academic practice tests. Now I want to change the test format to be IELTS on computer, because that is the test format I want, the test on computer. And then like for the test skill, I feel like I want to practice speaking. So I'm going to click this. And then you'll see here the different preparation materials for general training, IELTS, speaking. Now I want to change it to writing. You'll see two different practice tests. I have been specifically training for the general training writing skill, and we know that task 1 is for writing a letter and task 2 is writing an essay. Task 2, you'll have 40 minutes to write 250 words in essay and then 150 words, 20 minutes to write your letter. I suggest opening the Access Now link here in another tab, so you will still have access to this page because the answer keys are actually right here, but you can go to the other tab where you can practice or you can do your mock IELTS. Here is the question for this mock IELTS. Here are your requirements and some other instructions, and on the right side of your screen is where you have to write your letter, and there's a word counter here. There is another instruction here at the top that you need to write at least 150 words in 20 minutes. Once you're done writing, you can click on the View Answers tab and you'll be redirected to this answer sheet. You'll even see in here like a sample answer, sample writing of the task 1, and the score for this sample response. There is also an explanation here as to why this answer only got a band 5.5. Same thing here with task 2 in writing. Click Access Now. Then you'll have here your topic that you have to write 250 words for in 40 minutes. Same thing, you have your spot right here on the right side of your screen with a word counter. I have now selected the listening skill, and you'll see here that there are a lot of different practice tests for listening. Let's choose one. Guys, it's the same thing. I clicked Access Now to open to a new tab, and now we are in this tab. There's an instruction here that you will be listening to an audio clip during this test. You will not be permitted to pause or rewind the audio while answering the questions. So this audio will only play once. You have to listen carefully, be focused, listen to the details. Once you click, there is no pausing the video, there is no rewind.
Right, Judy, this week it's your turn to bring us up to date on your dissertation. So?
I've finished the basic research and planning and the first draft, and hopefully I can start writing the final version now.
Good. Not everyone knows your subject, so you'd better introduce it.
I've chosen to study everyday life in the East End of London in the early 20th century. Lots of books have been published about the East End, covering everything from health to how roads and districts got their names. So you might think it's an obvious subject to pick, but in fact, I was brought up there, and I've always been interested in finding out how the area shaped my upbringing.
What materials did you use in your research?
As I said, a lot's been written about the area, and I used some of it to get an idea of what to cover. But the bulk of my work is based on the elderly people from the area who I managed to contact and arrange to meet, and then recorded as they talked to me. And when they referred to any specific events, I looked them up in local newspapers from the time.
Was it difficult to get enough source material?
Not a bit. The problem started when I thought I had enough material and sat down to devise a workable filing system. It took ages, but I was really glad of it when I came to writing the draft. Otherwise, it would have been impossible.
As you've seen in the video, the audio will keep on playing, and then you have to focus and go through the questions and make sure to select the correct answer. Guys, you have to excuse me, I wasn't really focused, so I think mali ang mga answers ko. But here again, going back here, diba, you can view your answers here. So opening that new tab, this is the answer sheet. So the answer for number 1 is she wanted to understand her own background, which we answered correctly. And then number 2 is interviews. I chose interviews kanina, but then nawala yung focus ko and chose newspaper. And then number 3 is organizing what she had collected. We have to remember, guys, that during the listening part of the test, they will not say interviews. Like what you see on the screen, that is not the exact word that they will be talking about. So if they will be like, I was talking to the people there. So what is that? That's an interview. So right here, guys, interview. So what you see on your screen, they will not say it most likely. So they will not be like, I interviewed these people. No, they will say something like, I talked to these people. Most of the time, guys, they'll use like synonyms, and what they're talking about will not be reflected on the screen. So just study on vocabularies and synonyms. So that's all that I have to share today, guys, for mock Ielts. Just change here lang from time to time the different skill that you want to study. If it's academic, general training, tapos your test if it's on paper or on computer. I also do live studies from time to time, so check it out.